Hey, survivors, ZedFiles here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know about the new Ark Genesis creature, the Megachelon, also known as the giant turtle. First I'll be covering the Megachelon's taming process, second its attacks, third its abilities, fourth its resistance and weight, and fifth bonus things that it can do. The Megachelon spawn in the ocean biome. You can find them just casually swimming around, pretty close to the surface of the water. To tame one you'll need a scuba suit and a powerful underwater mount or weapon. The scuba suit is to let you stay underwater without suffocating. The mount and weapons are to fight off MacLeod and other aquatic threats. The Megachelon is a unique passive tame. You need to find a school of parakeet fish, which are found a little deeper into the ocean, then let them bite you once, and then let them chase you. Lead them towards the Megachelon. Once you get the parakeet fish to the Megachelon, they will start to clean its shell, and the Megachelon will start to tame. Your job now is to be on the lookout for any nearby threats, which will mainly just be the MacLeod, but can even be things like saber-toothed salmon. Once you see one, kill it immediately. If a threat manages to slip past you and get to the Megachelon, you'll start attacking it, or start attacking the parakeet fish and accidentally hitting the Megachelon. That'll make the taming bar reset, and then you'll have to start over. You might also have to get multiple parakeet fish schools, since the Megachelon will take several minutes to tame. This taming method is pretty simple, yet pretty difficult. Once you manage to tame the Megachelon, you'll need to craft its saddle in order to ride it. Your saddle is lent at level 45 and costs 28 cementing paste, 260 fiber, 312 hide, 76 metal ingots, 22 shell fragments, and 42 silica pills, and it's made in the smithy. In order to get shell fragments, you'll need to find another Megachelon, kill it, and harvest it. Besides using shell fragments to craft the Megachelon saddle, you can also use it as normal character. The Megachelon saddle seats 1 rider, as well as 6 passengers, which is useful for when swimming underwater, because if you aren't seated, you won't be able to stay on the Megachelon's back. You won't have this problem when it's above water though. Once you're riding the Megachelon, you can use 2 different attacks, the bite and the bubble breath. In the water, the bite does 218 damage and attacks 0.7 times per second, so its DPS, damage per second, is 152.6. On land, the bite attacks 0.5 times per second, so its DPS is 109. These DPSs are similar to the Rex's bite DPS, but it can't be used while moving, its area of effect isn't that good, and it doesn't do much knockback. The bubble breath shoots a beam of bubbles, and if it touches a creature, they will get an air bubble around them, and they will float until they reach the surface of the water, hit a reef or something, or get damaged. This can affect all sea creatures, even mosas, but it's very difficult to aim with, has a 5-second wait between uses, and doesn't do anything besides making the creatures float. On land, the bubble breath will blow enemies quite a fair distance back, but it only works on very small sized creatures, including players. The Megachelon's first 3 abilities all have to do with its shell. First of all, you can build on it. For placing your first foundation, if you want it to be perfectly centered, mount and dismount the Megachelon, turn around and place it down. You can build 7 foundations lengthwise and 5 foundations widthwise. You can then add 2 ceilings to those foundations, except for the foundation at the back, which can only have 1 ceiling. So it becomes 10 by 9 foundations. You can build 3 walls high, but you can build 4 if you sink your foundations down a bit. The Megachelon's shell's second ability is being able to grow plant life. It will grow moss, grass, bushes, and flowers on its shell over time. These plants will produce rare mushrooms and rare flowers into the Megachelon's inventory. The Megachelon shell's third ability is always emitting air bubbles when underwater. These bubbles will provide whoever is inside of them a full bar of oxygen. The rider and passengers will also be having their oxygen bars constantly filled up. The Megachelon shell does have one more ability, damage reduction, but I'll be covering that a little bit later when I cover the Megachelon's health. The Megachelon itself has the ability to travel on land. It can't get onto any of the islands in the ocean biome on its own because they are way too steep, but with a cryopod, which you can purchase from HLNA's shop, using some of your hexagons, you can easily pop the Megachelon onto land. Unfortunately, its speed on land is very slow, just like its swimming speed. While it's inside the cryopod, you can also transport it to other biomes. A problem with cryopodding the Megachelon is that if it has any structures on it, they will break off, so try not to forget this, or else you might just destroy your whole base. At level 1 base Tame stats, the Megachelon has 1920 health and 2500 weight. At level 297 max Tame stats, with 27 wild points and 20 Tame points pumped into health, and 37 wild points and 20 Tame points pumped into weight, the Megachelon has a massive amount of over 40,000 health and almost 8,000 weight. This health is a little bit more than even a Bronto, and that weight is almost double a Bronto's. The Megachelon's health is already amazing, yet it also has a damage reduction to projectile shots, but strangely also a damage increase. All turret shots that hit the Megachelon's legs or head will do around 2 times more damage than usual, so instead of taking 77 damage per bullet from an auto turret, it would take 144 damage. And the Megachelon shell will take around 2.5 times less damage than usual, so instead of taking 77 damage per bullet from an auto turret, it will take 28 damage. So the Megachelon is kind of a good turret circuit because of its shell's damage reduction, but then it also has the increased damage to its weak points. So overall, it's basically just a bigger Bronto with slightly better resistance. And lastly, bonus things that the Megachelon can do. It can harvest trees and berries. It's actually legendary at harvesting fiber, and pretty good at harvesting berries and thatch. It can also harvest corpses. It can be mate boosted and bred, but it needs to be in extremely deep water in order to breed. I went as deep as I could, and it still wasn't deep enough for them. And the Megachelon does not allow rider weaponry, but it does allow passenger weaponry. So, now that I've shown you everything you need to know about the Megachelon, I'll give a quick summary. The Megachelon is a massive turtle that is basically a moving island. For PvE, it's an amazing mobile base. You can build big structures on it, collect food from the plant life growing on it, move it to anywhere you want. It will even give you an infinite amount of oxygen for when you want to travel into the ocean, and it's also a great harvester. For PvP, it's like a slightly better Bronto. It is much bigger and has a much bigger area to build on. It has a little bit more health, but its shell's damage reduction is almost completely cancelled out by its body's damage increase. Well, you have now reached the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, found it helpful, don't forget to give it a like, and also make sure to be subscribed to the channel so that you don't miss any future Ark Genesis videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.